There's this story about this judge in California. He was known to be, somebody that now people might say was politically unsavory. He had some politics that some would say were racist, and you should probably be held accountable for them. And then there was an altercation between him and an attorney, and another judge was involved. And at some point, one of these judges, attorneys, ended up having a marshal on their staff, and there was pistol dueling. At some point, the judge had his marshal defend him, and it resulted in the death of another judge. It was adjudicated. There was a case. There was a verdict. This was in the state of California. So if you're a judge or you're a justice, you would know about this story, wouldn't you? You would also know that it used to be legal in the United States to engage in pistol dueling, including members of Congress, including people that made it into high executive office, were known to engage in pistol dueling. And for some reason, they changed the law. It used to be something you could do. You may also know that there have been accusations that judges and or at least the clerks of the court will engage in some process whereby through their filing process, including the electronic filing process, they will let people that are attempting to file with the court know, here's an option you can use to engage in extrajudicial process if you don't say anything about how this is potentially appealable in this manner. Well, if you do, what ends up happening? Well, they steal the evidence. And then they find another way to chastise you. Now, is this part of professional development? Would you consider it hazing? Would you consider it initiation? Would you consider it some sort of ethics review beforehand? I mean, I don't know, right? I consider it to not be acceptable, right? Capital punishment exists for a reason. But at a certain point in time, I called a court martial in September. I requested a court martial specifically related to actions that had not been taken by the Supreme Court of the United States. My understanding is it was not supposed to be Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but somebody drew on some coverage they had, and it ended up being her. I was very concerned that it was overtly anti Semitic. This wouldn't have anything to do with, and I'm going. This is my gut, right? Which is all I got. Does it have anything to do with January 4th or January 24th of 2011? Chase Bank USA versus McCoy? You mean like the real McCoy? You mean like McCoy ceramics made in America? My mother used to collect the entire time I was growing up. Did Jag decide that he didn't have the leverage he needed to buy off the inevitable verdict, but he could cover his own ass by leaning on somebody else? And every fucking one of you knew and covered it up this whole time.